My respects to the spirits of the land where it is raining a little bit, but it has been extremely warm. I don't know. It was like the heat came back to Tassie yesterday. That's for sure. It was very uncomfortable. Oh, the pigs. The pigs. I can hear them throwing weights around outside, literally. All right. So welcome to Monday, the 3rd of November. I hope you had a good weekend. I'll just wait a second. Okay, it looks like it's done its thing. All right, so this morning we have at 9 a.m. we have the moon trine Mercury. All right, Mercury is now in Sagittarius, very slow and a little bit shiny. All right, so now I've written, oh, good morning. It looks like it's working. All right, so I've written that we might start the day in a flurry of activity. All right, so we have the moon in Aries. All right, so it has passed that North Node Saturn Neptune that it went over on the weekend. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Alicia. Hi, Karen. Oh, I hope you have a fabulous day back at work. And remember to just take it easy. Sit whenever you need to. All right. So yeah, like okay. This makes so much sense then, Karen, because I was saying we start the day in a flurry of activity. Good morning, Susan. Maybe you're feeling like you're running out of time. Just stop and slow down, all right? Because be thorough. Don't get caught up in the maelstrom of energy. Like I said, there's an Aries moon. Mercury is in a fire sign, so there's a flurry and it's slow. It's going to go retrograde in 1 week. Good morning. That there. So just calm down because yeah, so don't forget things. And also at the end of the words I've said, if you need to say no to social engagements, then do that. All right. Because we've got that Venus square Jupiter. That's at 10 a.m. And I feel like if there is other things pop up, then maybe they're the things that you're going to be have to do. So whether you just reschedule or you just outright say no because you're busy. All right. So, you got to take priority. Moon in Aries as well. I've got jobs. I've got shit I got to do. But just remember, Mercury not in the most fabulous of situations. He's probably going to forget his left sock if you give him half a chance. All right, I don't know why the left sock came up, but there you go. All right, so like I was saying, 9 a.m. So if you need to make phone calls or, get some communications done, the morning is definitely the best time to do that. Um, and if you have to have conversations where you're saying, I'm sorry, but I can't, then 10 a.m. is the best time to do it because that's that time when Venus is square Jupiter and she's like, no, buddy, no, I'm busy because Venus is in Libra. She knows her worth. All right, she is the queen in Libra. All right, so she is the matriarch. She's Queen Elizabeth. And I'm sure Queen Elizabeth said no to all of the things that were unnecessary in her life. All right. So, so yeah. So now after 4 o'clock, the moon does start to inconjunct Scorpio. All right. So we've got the moon in Aries, uh, ruled by Mars. All right. But when it becomes inconjunct the sun, which is in Scorpio, so also traditionally ruled by Mars and Pluto, it's more of a there's more of a clunky the okay, so it's more like the general is saying, hang on a minute, don't go so fast there, Aries, you're going to make mistakes. So that is after 4 o'clock, that moon starts to inconjunct the sun being way more strategic, smart, wise about it knows a thing or two, Scorpio. It's been through all the shit. And this is why Scorpio season is the time when all of those hard things in life, those tricky things that you would rather ignore, come out because it needs to be looked at. All right. Okay, so that is the moon. Now, Venus, like I said, square Jupiter at 10 a.m., but also in conjunct Saturn at 10 p.m. All right, so she is in her ability to say no. Good morning, Louise. She is also making adjustments to the plans that she has had, uh, that she's been working through, all right, because Saturn in Pisces, all right, so maybe Venus is looking at it and gone, oh, see, in the past, that has worked. Saturn in Pisces, looking at those foundations, all right, what we've built our life upon, and now we're like, yeah, no, is it just a tradition that needs to change? There's a lot of things in the air right now. Like by the time we get to 2027, the world is going to look like a completely different place. Even halfway through 2026, when all of these outer planets that have been shifting and changing over the cusps settle into their new home signs by 2026, we've had, like at the beginning of the year, we had this amazing, yay, everything's working good. And then it went down again. All right. So now we're sort of getting back, we're creeping back up to oh, I did it once before, but maybe we need to, with this retrograde coming and all the things that are happening, just assess a little bit deeper into what felt good, what worked good. I mean, how many things have you got on your plate? Do you have more than three? Because, most people can't do more than three, and nor should you. All right, nor should you. That's when you delegate. All right, nobody deserves to have that many things that they are so stressed out. All right, so again, say no if you need to. You have permission. All right. I've got a little note down the bottom here saying it may feel like you're packing a suitcase, but you don't know where you're going. So you're like, what do I pack? In this process of change, you don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. You don't know where you're going. Do you need hiking boots or do you need stilettos? So we're in this state of, I'm not quite sure. So maybe a nice capsule wardrobe with a couple of good pairs of shoes to cover all bases. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. The morning is better. 10 a.m. if you need to say to someone, sorry, I can't. And then, you know, all day Venus is making those adjustments to her plans. But after 4, the moon is making its adjustments to the sun's, so the moon's adjusting its plans because of the sun's influence. All right, the sun being in Scorpio, being very strategic and wise. All right, been through. Good morning, Susan. So that sun in Scorpio already has seen war, whereas the moon in Aries is fresh and brave and brash, not yet war torn. So, and I'm not saying that it's going to be a hard day like that. I'm just trying to use that as an analogy of, the elders that look on the young people going, oh, youth, back in my day, that type of thing. All right, so yeah, just express yourself well and put up boundaries where you need to. All right, let's do a card for the week. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? Oh my God, your wedding looked beautiful, or your son's wedding looked beautiful. By the way, looked like you guys had fun. All right. So tomorrow, I'm just looking at tomorrow's words because I finally got a couple of days ahead. We're just in, like I was just saying, we're in this state of flux right now. We're in this state of healing. We're having to really look at things and not turn a blind eye, even. That's a good one. Don't turn a blind eye to anything, especially if they are old feelings or experiences that are like, please deal with us. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you? That's good. So nice to see you. All right. Okay. Stop talking. Uh, 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 what have we got here? Ooh. Oh, what the winter spirits know. Wow, that's a really hard one to look at. All right, so there's a bison or something there. Yeah, okay, all right. So that is card number 20 for those that like the numbers. Okay. Obstacles that are divinely timed. The season of rest and slowing down to regroup. Obstacles are placed in our path for a purpose. to slow us down. Oh my God, there you go. We'd start the day in a flurry, stop and slow down because you will make mistakes and you're going to have to revisit them. So there we go. There's another one saying, please slow down. All right. If you encounter ice, you need to proceed with caution. If you encounter a no, maybe a yes will come from a new source. If you encounter a mountain, you need time to figure out whether you should climb it, walk around it, dig a tunnel through it, or choose another path altogether. Who's got that? Good morning, Kathy. Who's got that song? Can't go around it. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, Amy. All right, sorry, a little bit of a school camp song there. All right. Regardless of the form of the obstacles, the winter spirits know that sometimes you need to put something on ice until a better time. If something isn't working right now, trust that it's not meant to. Not yet at least. What the winter spirits know is that the season of slowing down to contemplate and dream is upon you now. Take advantage of this time to regroup, rethink your choices, and make a plan. Only after you've rested and surrendered will you receive the wisdom that heralds the time of regeneration and rebirth. And who knows, perhaps the obstacles in your path you've been planning for may have melted away by then. Okay, all right. So just put things to the side. If it's a no, it's say then it's a no. Um, yeah. Remember, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. There are those inconjuncts, all right? So there is tension and adjustment required. Now, I use that analogy. So this is between the moon, your emotions, and also Venus. So the things that feel, all right? So giving, receiving of love, feeling. So both of those things are like, oh, we need to come up to this problem deliberately. All right. So these things that you're making adjustments for, it is intentional action that is going to be the thing that causes you to veer. All right. So it's not just, I mean, it's looking at things and assessing them based on how you feel, but also knowing that there is a deeper issue at play here. And now is the time where we have to look at those foundations to see whether they are stable. Are they relevant? All those Saturn in Pisces things we've been talking about for months and years now. All right. So we're coming to the end of it. And even this, like, I was just saying a little bit earlier that by next year, by the time all of those outer planets are in their new houses, all right. So I think it's this week that Uranus moves back into Taurus. There are still a few things here that need to be addressed. All right. So while you are traversing the landscape of life right now, make sure you're looking for the things that are putting their hands up to be dealt with, because now is the time to do that. All right. So make those adjustments with deliberate actions. Say no if you need to. And if you need to on the phone, then 10 o'clock is a good time to do that. That 9 a.m. is a great time to express yourself well. And then, like I said, as the day goes on, just keep your sort of plans open. And if things pop up, they're the things that you're meant to be doing. So that's me, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Um, um, Tomorrow again. I'm just giving you the heads up that there may be emotional situations that yeah, so yeah, it's like, why does healing have to hurt so hard, are in the words for tomorrow. All right, so again, heads up, you've totally got this. Just adjust your trajectory where you need to. So mwah, bye.